All right, so another morning of managing. I just have about 2 hours of work that I'm able to do this morning, so I kind of want to show what I can get done in maybe like an hour 45 or so. So last video we focused on the bananas. This video we're gonna focus on the moringas because a lot of growth in the moringas, and we need to clear some of that canopy, clear some of that light for them. Like I said, always say the moringa is one of my favorite plants, but it does require a lot of managing. It does get in the way a little tiny bit, but not too much. But when you plant moringa in high density, that's when it kind of starts to get in the way a little bit. But man, I love moringa so much. Little feathery leaves, always wants to come back no matter how. Let's see, for example, like this one right here. Look at this scrawny little stick in all this craziness, and it still wants to try to find the light. So yeah, we're also going to be doing some canopy work, hopefully, if I get to that point. I get easily distracted sometimes, so plan doesn't usually work out 100%. But yeah, so trying to clean up this eastern wall a little bit so that when the morning sun comes up, it's able to penetrate a little bit deeper in. You can see the eastern wall is a little bit heavy. Hopefully, if I get around to it, I'll skirt up the corymbias a little bit. But yeah, let me just get to it so you can see the difference. But just want to do a little before real fast. All right, that was about 30 minutes of work, and you can see most of the moringas are chopped back. Again, I like to keep them chopped back to their like the main leaders, so that they shoot up with more force. Sometimes I'll leave it like this every now and then. I found that these are nice little perches for like dragonflies and stuff. I really like seeing little dragonflies land on these and hang out. But yeah, I really love these moringa tops, like these moringa skeletons, because they make very good perches for birds too. It's a very underlooked aspect of agroforestry, how much cool little like bird and dragonfly habitat you're able to make just from doing this kind of management. So really love that. Let's see, so yeah, things are opened up a little bit. The sun is starting to peek out, so you can see the sun rays have a little bit better access to penetrate into the middle of the system. Still got to do some bananas, still got to chop back this achote, annatto, urucum, whatever you want to call it. A lot of seeds that are ready. Should have harvested some earlier, but hopefully I could get them dried. It's been very rainy this year, thankfully, but I think they'll dry pretty good. Yeah, so you can see just a little bit of some airflow and light now, just from simply managing the moringas. The moringas are much less labor intensive to manage compared to the bananas, but obviously the bananas give you way better biomass. All the Royal Poincianas are some of the Royal Poincianas had some lower limbs like this one right here, so I cut them off. They're all up there. I'm gonna start choosing now, do some canopy work now, and see if I can lift up a little bit of the corymbias, so that they're a little bit out of the way. You can already start to see this native mahogany starting to shoot on up, and before long it'll reach the lower branches of that corymbia, so it'll be nice to give everything down here a little bit of space so that it can shoot up some more. Beautiful flowers on the what's this called again? Oh, I forgot. Thai ginger. I can't believe I'm galangal. There you go. So yeah, you can see some of these Royal Poincianas are leaning too. So, you know, this one could be taken out most likely so that this one can stay. But we'll see what I end up doing, how much canopy work I actually want to do. Like I said in an earlier video, before I know it, summer will be over, start getting a little bit colder, a little drier again. And I don't want to do a crazy amount of canopy work as we're coming into the fall/winter. But definitely needs it if nothing else, then definitely a little bit more banana management. This red custard apple has some space now. There was a lot of moringas competing with it, as does this native mahogany. And I think the red custard apple is actually flowering, which is nice. Let's see if I could find, look at that, beautiful. Some flowers. I did see them. Doesn't really matter, but yeah, it is flowering. So I'm really stoked on the red custard apple. Let's see. Yeah, we'll see what canopy work I'm able to get to after doing a little bit more bananas. Some of these Pisang Ceylons need some managing as well. They're a little bit too clustered there, so we'll see. All right, I'm done for the morning. I got a nice harvest of achote seeds, Bisha orellana or Bixa orellana, however you say it. They're a little bit moldier than I would have liked, but I'm sure there's going to be plenty of seed, and the trees over here are going to produce seed again next year, so, or in a few months. I'm not sure exactly how often they set, but anyways, I'm done for the day. A lot more sunlight coming in. I ended up managing this Pisang Ceylon banana. It's tried to fruit like 2 or 3 times and it's failed on every single attempt, just because so much wind coming in here, so exposed. So I really like to keep these bananas on this side a little bit more, just for biomass only. And then of course the achote, the annattos got pruned back as I harvested. So achote, super awesome plant. It's almost like the next step above, the next step in succession compared to the moringa. It acts like a moringa in the sense that it'll come back no matter how many times you chop it, but the only difference is that it can come back down here in the shade, and it'll come back with vigor and force, unlike the moringa that gets shaded out very fast and it will like be super wimpy. These things are like, it can come, and I left a couple just so that I can show you. This thing's coming up with vigor, and you know, I cut it all the way down here a few weeks ago, a month ago, whatever it was, you know, and it's like it's not even that structurally sound. It might even be a branch off of this main thing. So yeah, the Annatto is game changer. I really love it. Got a little froggy there. Let's see if I can catch it. Oh, it jumped again. And the biomass is like top tier quality. This is really good stuff compared to moringas or lucano or even Royal Poincianas that have those fine feathery leaves. Yeah, you can see the moringa kind of just like starts wimping out pretty easily, starts rotting out pretty easily once it gets too shaded. So yeah, really cool. You can see the sunlight poking in all the way into the interior of the system, which was the goal. And I'm really happy with the results. About an hour 40 worth of work, hour and 40 minutes or so. And yeah, just really opened everything up. And I don't have to worry about too much canopy work right now, but because once you take out the moringas and bananas, like I said, sometimes you just need to whack back a species or two, and everything else can sort of breathe. That's exactly what's going on here. Let me see. I also managed this banana over here. Oh yeah, and also for the turmeric, obviously that's my target species. So the main sort of reasoning behind doing all this managing is so that my target species of turmeric, although it does tolerate shade, you know, it wants a little bit. It doesn't want deep shade. So that sunlight's able to penetrate and give my target species of turmeric what it needs for the rest of the summer before it goes dormant. What was I gonna show? Oh yeah, this banana here. Really beautiful banana. Was just starting to set flower, but like I said in the previous video, I don't want any bananas setting flower and fruit coming into fall/winter. So this will be the future. And yeah, all my native mahoganies are able to get some sunlight now. I don't have to worry too much about having to do canopy work on these Royal Poincianas now that everything else is chopped back. And yeah, I can be gone for 2 weeks in Oregon and not have to worry too much about managing. I feel like I got on top of things, so I'm really stoked on that. And of course, every ounce of banana biomass has been put over here for the new area. Haven't really talked about this, but I just got a bunch of random, I kind of just like put random stuff. Guanacastes, Lucana seeds, casters, just more of a set it and forget it. I don't want to think about it too much back here. I'm going to put in more valuable stuff later. But yeah, you can see the banana biomass just going crazy over here. I'm really investing in this area for the future, so I need to be putting down lots of biomass. And like I said, I'm going to be expanding little by little, so having that banana biomass kind of helps as like a natural tarping method, you know, for like no-till methods. You tarp for like a few months and you peel back the tarp and you can plant into that. Well, that's kind of the idea with the excess biomass. Yeah, lots of biomass here, protecting and flanking everything. But the main thing was just, oh yeah, and then here's some more of that achote biomass. You can definitely go to like Mexican stores and get achote seeds as like a seasoning kind of thing. And then the germ rate is not going to be that great, but I'm pretty sure that's what I did. And a few took, and all you need is a few to take. So look at all that beautiful achote biomass helping the star fruit. But okay, anyways, that was it. I really hope these summer managing videos are useful, breaking it down a little bit more in depth on why the decision making process. So yeah, really stoked about this Cassia fistula. Now it has a lot of space to go up. And so does this avocado, and so do all the little baby trees that are down in here. This looks like some sort of annona. This is a canistel. These are soap berries. Oh yeah, one last thing before I go. If anybody can help me ID this tree. I'm not sure if I planted it or if it came up naturally. I plant so many freaking seeds, I lose track very fast. So it's this one right here. Very interesting leaf shape, interesting growth habit. Kind of grows like a tree, but it's also kind of flimsy, so I'm not sure if it's an actual tree or just like a I don't know what it is. But yeah, let me know if you do know, just based on the leaf structure, because it looks really cool. I'd love to know what it is. Here's some more of that, more of it. Okay, well, that's it.